You know, when you stand in front of a massive skyscraper, you're usually just admiring the gleaming glass and steel.
That's exactly the architecture.
Right. But you almost never think about the hidden bolts buried deep in the foundation. And if one of those bolts
The
fails.
whole illusion comes crashing down.
Exactly. So welcome to our deep dive. Today, we're looking at the digital equivalent of those invisible bolts. It's this tiny piece of enterprise gear from HDTV Supply called the, let me get this right, the ZeeVee Z4KSFP10G31-10K fiber transceiver.
I mean, that name alone sounds like it belongs in a really dense engineering textbook.
It really does. But it actually holds the secret to how massive amounts of uncompressed video data move flawlessly. We're exploring why this specific component is, like the unsung hero of professional audio-visual networks.
It really is a masterclass in hidden performance, honestly. We're looking at a 10 gigabit per second SFP Plus module, and it uses single-mode fiber optic technology. The sheer volume of data this handles in high-demand AV over IP environments is just, well, it's what sets it apart.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit. Because if regular copper wiring is, say, a crowded multi-lane highway where data packets are just bumping into each other, causing traffic jams.
Which happens a lot.
Right. Then single-mode fiber is like a dedicated, ultra-fast bullet train track.
That is a great way to look at it.
Because it uses a laser beam so narrow that the light can only travel in one straight line, like literally a single mode.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely no internal bouncing or signal traffic to slow it down.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is how it maintains that structural integrity over distance. This specific transceiver operates on a 1310 nanometer wavelength.
Okay, why that specific number?
Well, in fiber optics, 1310 nanometers is the zero dispersion sweet spot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, at that wavelength, the light pulses don't smear together or stretch out as they travel through the silica glass. That means your uncompressed 4K video signal arrives exactly as crisp as when it left the matrix switcher.
Even if it's traveling miles down the cable.
Even miles down the cable, yes.
So if this module is essentially an enterprise-grade bullet train engineered for zero signal drop, it completely changes the calculus for the buyer. Like when you're managing a network for an 80-screen sports bar.
You're not casually shopping for basic network parts.
Right, you're investing in failure prevention. But looking at the HDTV Supply page, I do have to push back for a second here.
Oh, okay.
Because this tiny plug-in module is priced at $356, and that's the discounted price, down from $445.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Why pay that much for one single component when, off-the-shelf networking gear is just so incredibly cheap?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, enterprise buyers are dealing with entirely different stakes. I mean, they are purchasing absolute reliability and, honestly, human support.
Wait, human support?
Yeah, look at the customer ecosystem. HDTV Supply maintains a 96% positive rating. And there's this very revealing review on that product page from a buyer named Michael.
Oh, I saw that one.
Right. So a representative named Rachel actually caught a technical mistake he made on his order. She corrected it and notified him before the hardware ever even shipped.
Okay, yeah, that puts the $356 price tag in a totally different light. You're effectively paying a premium for a human safety net.
Exactly.
Because Rachel catching that error means the difference between a quick email correction and a total system failure on opening night.
And that safety net is what justifies the enterprise pricing model. When a business is spending thousands on a multi-screen matrix, the hardware cost of the transceiver is secondary to its reliability.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Plus, they also factor in business-to-business perks that improve their return on investment. Things like free USA shipping, getting the latest firmware preloaded so it's totally plug and play.
Right.
And even a 5% discount for wire transfers.
Wow. Okay, so for you listening, the next time you walk into a sports bar and see a perfectly synchronized, seamless wall of TVs, you'll know exactly what's going on behind the drywall.
Yeah, it's those invisible, zero-dispersion fiber optic modules doing all the heavy lifting.
Exactly, doing the complex routing so the end user just experiences a flawless broadcast.
Right, they never even know it's there.
But it does leave me wondering, as society's appetite for massive, uncompressed 8K video continues to grow.
And we saw plenty of 8K equipment listed in that catalog.
Oh, tons of it.
Yeah.
At what point will even these incredible 10 gigabit lightspeed bullet trains become the new bottlenecks? Like, when will they need a fundamental redesign to keep up?
That is a great question.
Just something to think about the next time you admire that flawless skyscraper. and the tiny invisible bolts keeping it standing tall.